Get your day started the right way with Good Day Tampa Bay.
More news about what vaping is doing to users, and is there any liability on the manufacturers? Our attorney explores that question. Well, we've got another warning for parents and teens. A former college cheerleader is taking action against the e-cigarette maker Juul. Says he went from being an athletic, healthy student to fighting for his life. Walker McKnight says he started having trouble breathing. Thought it was just the flu, and then he got pneumonia, lung and kidney failure. He was put into a medically induced coma for months. The cause, he says, vaping, and he's filed a lawsuit against Juul. Meantime, a 23-year-old Georgia man says he too was hospitalized after vaping. His lung collapsed, and the doctors said the only thing they can pinpoint it to, e-cigarettes. Now he's filed for disability while he recovers. And then just yesterday, the Mayo Clinic released a new report revealing chemicals in vaping products are burning the lungs. Health officials say these chemical burns can mimic damage previously seen in the lungs of people breathing mustard gas during World War I. This comes on top of politicians trying to increase the vaping age to 21. And that's not all. Federal judges have urged the FDA to move faster on rules and regulations. And there are lawsuits alleging that Juul and its parent company targeted children and teens. So is there liability here? Attorney Betsey Herd is with us. She's here with the Ask a Lawyer group. And again, Betsy, thank you and your friends for coming in. They're here till about 9:30 taking your calls. Got the number at the bottom of the screen. We got a lot of questions here. So I guess let's start there. Might there be a liability on any of these companies who have been advertising to kids?
Yes, and I think the key word that you just used, Russell, is whether or not there's liability for the advertising. That's one cause of action, but specifically, we know that with regard to Juul, the manufacturer, that they have the majority of the market here. There was no regulation, and that the company Altria, which is the former Philip Morris company, owns 35% of Juul. So they took pages from the tobacco manufacturer's playbook, and they have marketed to young people, and in particular to minors. So there are allegations and causes of action for marketing, misleading advertisements and marketing to minors.
And Betsy, let me ask you this. Does there need to be...
Say that again?
Betsy, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I
okay.
got you back now.
Yeah, all right. Does there need to be, in a case like this, damage to the person, or is it just the question of doing the thing, doing the advertising?
There has to be damage. So in any lawsuit, this is a products liability lawsuit. So there has to be two things. There has to be liability, and there have to be damages. So, you know, here we know the last statistic I saw was 12 deaths and hundreds of injuries to the lungs. And that this particular product, these vape pens, are actually more dangerous than tobacco. We know that the Surgeon General's report that just came out in August said that for individuals under the age of 26, they're especially dangerous for many, many reasons.
We're seeing on the screen right now how they may be targeting kids, some of the things that they might be doing. I wonder if this could be a situation where states take this on and might sue a company, or is this at this point still individuals and maybe class action among them?
I think it's more along the lines of individuals, although, you know, what you're talking about, Russell, we saw in the opioid epidemic.
Exactly.
So I guess that's a possibility. I hadn't thought about that. But, I mean, this particular targeting of minors, I think, is worse. You know, just as a curiosity, if you Google how to hide Juul in school, or how to rip vape, you will find videotapes that fuel the advertisements that these companies are doing, targeting minors, making this look cool, making this a sleek product that you can hide, all of those things. So something needs to be done about the videotapes that are out there that, you know, certainly the manufacturers didn't create those, but they give credence to them by how they're doing their marketing, and that's a huge problem.
Hey, Betsy, it's good to see you as always. Thank you for shedding light. And again, thanks for coming in this morning and answering calls, okay?
Okay.
Good to see you. Take care.